Situated along the Rio Grande in southern New Mexico, the Caballo Lake State Park is situated 20 miles south of Truth or Consequences and 50 miles north of Las Cruces. The park has 3 separate recreation areas: Lakeside, Riverside, and Percha Dam, all of which we will explore during this video. The Lakeside Recreation Area has a visitor center, 3 campgrounds with hookups, restrooms, a boat ramp, and a large primitive camping area. This popular area offers good views of Caballo Lake, although a scope is highly recommended to view distant waterbirds. Standing almost 4 feet tall, we observed North America's largest heron along the shoreline, the great blue heron. This individual is wading slowly in shallow water before standing statue-like, patiently waiting for a passing fish. With a wingspan of only a half an inch, the tiny western pygmy blue is one of the smallest butterflies in the world and the smallest in North America. It is partial to areas of alkaline soils such as deserts and wastelands, and can be found at Caballo Lake throughout much of the year. The area below Caballo Dam is known as the Riverside Recreation Area. A large expansive campground with a good number of tall trees and a lush riparian area along the Rio Grande attract a wide array of wildlife. Although water levels vary greatly throughout the year, the Rio Grande still attracts a good number of water birds. During our visit, it was obvious that it has been quite some time since water was last released from Caballo Lake. Even so, we still found these neotropic cormorants below the dam. These small cormorants have a long tail and a very narrow white line around the base of the bill. Breeding plumage adults, such as these birds, also have small white plumes on the sides of the neck. The browner individual on the left is a juvenile. Although at first, the Mexican duck may appear to be a female mallard, a closer inspection will reveal a darker brown body and tail. The bill of the male is dull yellow, and the bill of the female is mottled orange and black, like a typical mallard. The core range of the Mexican duck is central and northern Mexico, and is generally considered an uncommon resident throughout the southwestern United States. A much more common and widespread duck that can be found during winter below the dam is the American widgeon. The distinctive male has a brownish-gray head with a wide green stripe behind the eye and a gleaming white cap and forehead, earning his nickname bald plate. The browner female is less distinct. The males often make a slow, high-pitched three-note whistle. We also found this pair of Eurasian collared doves in the main camping area. When seen well, these very pale, grayish-brown birds have a black crescent-shaped collar on the back of their necks. Eurasian collared doves were first introduced to the Bahamas in the 1970s and have since colonized much of North America. Other birds that we have seen at the Riverside Recreation Area include the summer tanager, ruby-crowned kinglet, blue grosbeak, black and white warbler, and this prairie warbler, which is a very rare visitor to New Mexico. One of our favorite viewing areas for insects is a small stream located near the entrance to the recreation area. The dense vegetation here attracts a good number of dragonflies and butterflies. The large and robust flame skimmer is a common sight at ponds, lakes, and slow streams across much of southwestern United States. It can be found at the Riverside Recreation Area from March through November. This feasting individual is a bright reddish-orange male. The female is generally a slightly paler brown. The much smaller male eastern amberwing is distinctly overall orange. Even its wings cast an orange shadow. The females have clear wings with irregular black spots. It can be found in a wide variety of ponds, lakes, and slow-moving streams. The powdered dance was a large damselfly that typically perches on rocks and fallen logs along streams and rivers. Unlike most other damselflies, The powdered dancer can be found below Caballo Dam on sunny days during the winter months. As shown here, the male gets its name from the whitish powdery substance on its body, known as prunosity, which becomes more prevalent with age. The spring water dancer has different color variations. The violet form, such as the one shown here, can be found in Arizona, New Mexico, and far west Texas, and the blue form that inhabits the south central United States. Both variations can be common along shallow streams throughout much of the year. With its 2 red eye spots and a reddish abdomen tip, the male painted damsel could be considered one of the most colorful and beautiful damselflies in the United States. The somewhat similar female lack any red. It can be found at slow-moving streams with abundant vegetation from spring through early winter in Arizona, New Mexico, and West Texas. There have also been some recent sightings in Colorado. Measuring only about an inch long, the tiny desert firetail can be very hard to follow as it flies low over the water. When perched, the completely red male is unmistakable. The female is colored as a less distinct duller brown. The desert firetail can be found throughout much of the year at small ponds and slow-moving streams with abundant algae from California east to Oklahoma and Texas. Our final stop is a couple miles downstream at the Percha Dam recreation area. The small dam here is a good spot to look for the spotted sandpiper. It can readily be identified at a distance from other similar looking sandpipers by its constant teetering. Non-breeding birds, such as this individual, lack the namesake heavily spotted underparts. With its jet black plumage, shaggy crest, and red eyes. The male Phenopepla is a conspicuous desert dweller that favors mistletoe-laden trees along riparian areas. The slightly duller female has a grayish plumage with browner eyes and whitish edge on the wing feathers. You can find this distinctive bird perched high in shrubs or trees throughout the year at Percha Dam. Percha Dam has attracted a good number of vagrant birds throughout the years, including this great kiskadee, Carolina wren, and palm warbler. If you enjoyed this video, click the like button. Also, please subscribe and hit the notification bell to follow our upcoming Advent Natures.